Good morning or evening, friends. Here's your friendly announcer. I have some serious news to pass on through everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster, could change your joy and laughter to fears and tears and pain. Is that love is in need of love today? So don't delay, send yours in right away. Hate's going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. The force of evil plans to make you its possession, and it will, if you let it, destroy everybody. We all must take precautionary measures if love and please you treasure. Then you'll hear me when I say, is that love in need of love today? Don't delay, send yours in right away. Hate's going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. Oh, love's in need of love today. So don't delay, send yours in right away. Hate's going round, breaking many hearts. You've got to stop it, please, before it's gone way too far. Oh, thank you, everybody. Welcome here. So it's been a little while since I've been here. Thank you for all your prayers. I went to Costa Rica to visit a friend. It was supposed to be a pleasurable trip, and it was. But my back had gone out, and I had to, postpone the trip. Couldn't be here one weekend, so it was pretty rough going for probably 12 days. Pretty rough. And then I got a cough. And the cough was like the ridiculous part, where it's like the nerve is going to go, woo, zing. Like, one more thing, by the way, is, you think you're in pain? Wait, just wait. So that kept me up all night. And I'm in paradise. So it's pain in paradise. But fortunately, there was a guitar down there, because I couldn't bring mine, because it was all I could do to just get there. In a wheelchair, actually, the whole time. But I'm not going to stop. I'm going. I don't know how many more trips to Costa Rica I got left in me, but we're going. And my friend, don't worry, I got a healer and a friend who's going to take care of you. And that happened, and nothing seemed to be working. I was writing this song in the meantime while I was there in the middle of paradise. And it kept developing. And it wasn't until the last day there that it came to me that this song really is about everybody that helped me along the way here. And it's called My Beautiful Friends. So it was more than just the relationship of my friend and I there and about the place. It was about much bigger. So let me just play it for you. That'll tell everything. I got no worries, not in a hurry to get anywhere at all. I took a small plane and sat with my pain, and I made a wish for this song. Two birds calling to each other, flying high above, rising over paradise. Oh, I've been gone so long now to find my way home. Far from hometown, back by my beautiful friends. When I keep running from my pain, I get stranded in the rain without a clue. So we made coffee, slow drip. Spent the morning with a view. Two birds calling to each other, flying high above, rising over paradise. Oh, I've been gone so long now to find my way home. Far from hometown, back by my beautiful friends, my beautiful friends. I found my way down through my pain somehow. I saw my way out with some help of my friend. Oh, I've been gone so long now, I found my way home. I'm coming home, thanks to my beautiful friends, my beautiful friends. Thank y'all. Thank you for your prayers.
Is in this place, fully expressing in love and wisdom, divine inspiration. This loving space is filled with spirit, and each of us has contributed to its growth, expansion, deepening, heightening, simply by coming here, joining together heart to heart, mind to mind, soul to soul. For in this place, the presence is palpable. And we give thanks for the ability to experience it, to deepen it, to share it with others, and to feel its expansion not only in this sanctuary, not only with all who are listening to us and tuning in right now, but to all sentient beings. And so we give thanks for the presence and the power. We give thanks for the inspiration. We give thanks for this opportunity to remember who we are, to celebrate one another in the authentic self. God is very much in this place. How grateful we are. And accepting this truth, we simply now give thanks and release it with confidence to the dependable and perfect law of mind. And will you anchor it with me by saying, and so it is. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And oh, thank you, Ray. It's so good to have you back. And that was a fabulous song. Fabulous song. Oh, and bless your back. And your voice and your guitars. Okay, well, here we are. Feels really good. You had a guest last week, and that was wonderful, and it's always good to be back. Reverend Mike and I had a lovely time with family in Boca, and we arrived back. The plane landed in Philly, and it snowed on us immediately. It's like, welcome back. Isn't this interesting weather? Isn't this a wonderful way for us to learn to just flow with life and be flexible and prepared for it? Now, the last I heard, it's not going to snow till 4 o'clock. So we're ready. Yeah, what difference does it make? We're all here nice and warm and cozy together. And this is the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. If you've tuned in to us, you're on the right channel, because we're very glad that you are with us too. It's a beautiful day here in Wayne, Pennsylvania, and we're so grateful to be together because we love supporting one another. We love reminding each other of who you really are, who we all really are. And we love laughing together and crying together and singing together too, which we will do very soon. So we are also a part of a larger community worldwide, and we have the same spiritual tools that all centers for spiritual living people have, and they are abundant. Their meditation, their affirmation, their spiritual mind treatment, and all kinds of ways to remember that there is a power greater than we are, and we can use it. And there is a power greater than we are, and it can use us. Thank you very much. So in our Centers for Spiritual Living worldwide, we have a mission. What is our mission? To provide spiritual tools for personal and global transformation. We start with the personal, and we know that every time we enhance our lives or the lives of our loved ones and our community, that we are making a positive impact globally. Let's not forget that. Each time we demonstrate something more wonderful in our lives, we're contributing to the entire human race. It's true. Well then, what is our purpose? To awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. Don't you think it's time that humanity realized it is spiritual and it is magnificent? That's the truth of it, no matter what it might look like from time to time out there. Okay, so then, what would our vision be? A world that works for everyone. A world that works for all. Love for everyone. Comfort for everyone. Inspiration for everyone. Food, shelter, well-being, justice, compassion for everyone. Keep imagining this world that truly does work for everyone, because the infinite presence of God's love and peace underlie all of the experiences. It's helpful for us to remember that. Oh, we have a saying right here, don't we? We have a purpose statement at the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. Do you remember what it is? Living, loving, learning. Spirituality that works. And it also works very well with our singing. I invite you to stand if you're comfortable doing so, because we're going to start our day with love.
I start my day with love, I start my day with love. What I get more of is love. I start my day with love, I start my day with love. What I get more of is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with peace, I start my day with peace. I feel that sweet release is peace. I start my day with peace, I start my day with peace. I feel that sweet release is peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I start my day with joy, I start my day with joy. Everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy, I start my day with joy. Everything I do is infused with joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. I start my day with love, I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy. I feel that sweet release.
Okay, kids. Good afternoon, all of you who are staying in out of the weather, or maybe you're waiting for the snow. I'm talking to the kids out there, and the ones in here. Maybe you're just waiting for the snow so you can go build a snowman. We haven't seen one for a while. It's probably time you did that. Okay, so you probably know that we have entered into what is commonly known as the 40-day period of Lent. Our Christian friends celebrate this, honor it, acknowledge it, observe it, because it's the 40 days between last week, Fat Tuesday, and Easter. So it's preparation for the rebirth of that beautiful presence of Christ within us. Now, if you may have seen some of your friends at school last week, a week ago Wednesday, who may have come in with crosses on their forehead that were done with ashes usually. That's the beginning of Lent for them. Now, in the olden days, I can remember my Catholic friends, for instance, would be giving something up for those 40 days in preparation to become pure in heart and spirit, to be ready for the great celebration of Easter itself. And I have noticed since that time that people who observe Lent seem more inclined to be giving up not candy, not coffee, not meat or whatever, but giving up negative thinking, giving up criticism, giving up judgment. And you know what? That's a very religious science thing to do. So to spend 40 days or even one day deciding not to judge people, not to criticize them in our minds or verbally or in writing, to spend whatever time we can and choose to do, keeping our attention away from those negative things and negative feelings like fear and anger and envy. Keep away from those feelings and replace them with compassion, with love, with understanding, with celebration, celebrating each other rather than criticizing anyone, even in our minds. So I think that's a wonderful Lenten practice. Let's take this beautiful period of time to prepare ourselves for the greatest Easter celebration as we are celebrating the resurrection of new life. Yeah? That's your assignment, should you choose to accept it. And now I am going to invite Linda Moose to come up, the president of our Board of Trustees, with some wonderful announcements.
Good afternoon. It is a 2-page announcement day, so bear with me. The first thing is we're having a cancellation on this Tuesday night's game night due to the weather. So we will hopefully reschedule. We had a good turnout, so it was kind of sad that we had to cancel it. But anyway, once again, our Coins for Camp is still going on. And the Discovery class is coming next Sunday is March 1st. Can you believe it? So, and the second one is March 8th. Dr. Maxine will be doing these via Zoom. There's no charge, but you do need to register so you get the little packet of information. I signed up. I don't know how big the packet is, but I'll be getting it soon. Full moon this month is March 2nd. That's a Monday evening. We're going to do it once again from Zoom, led by our dear Diane Wilson. Nibbles and New Thought is March 9th at Anthony's Restaurant in Malvern. So please let us know if you're interested in coming so we have enough seats for everybody. It's 6:15 to 8:15. And save the date, bada, dada, bingo. Anyway, we have to keep that name for our dear John. Is coming to Fellowship Hall Sunday afternoon, March 22nd. So save up your energy and giggles. Let's see. Today's celebration is sponsored by our dear Jerry in honor of his dear sister-in-law, Cassie, who made her sweet transition last month. And thank you so much. He celebrated her memory every Sunday this month. And I have to do a commercial for the Science of Mind magazine. And I did not know you can get this at Barnes & Noble. Did you know that? So if you aren't here in person and can't pick it up in person, you can go to your local Barnes & Noble or go online. It's for 2 months, so it starts for March, and then the other part is April. It's pretty cool how they do that. So thanks again for tuning in.
Hello. I'm going to do this meditation. This was inspired by Reverend Mike. It's called God is All There Is. God is all there is. All there is God. God is all there is. All there is God. all there is, all there is, all there is God.
Let's take a deep, holy breath of spirit and invite that prana, the chi, the life force, to move gently and powerfully through our physical body temples, our feelings, our thoughts, through our entire consciousness, as it brings us to center of all good, the center of divine life itself, the holy presence, which is forever within and all around us. And rest, for truly, God is all there is. And God is the infinite presence of this precious love, which holds us tenderly, illumines our hearts and minds, and keeps us in perfect peace. The illuminating presence of the Christ within is our reality. It is that which is forever, that which is permanent, that which can never be touched, but only experienced, felt, embraced, adored. And as we are embraced by this divine love, so we rest, allow the healings to take place, feel our wholeness, allow ourselves to remember who we are, whose we are, and relax into that divine embrace of infinite love and well-being. Truly, truly, all is well. Now, Georgiana Gord, come up and share with us the Practitioner Corner.
Good morning, everybody. It's interesting. Reverend Mike is going to talk today and made reference in some notes about a book from Joel S. Goldsmith, all right, called Practicing the Presence. So I have this book, all right, and I have this book, and it was in our coffee table. So I thought, oh, I have this book. I actually read this book because I have it underlined. All right. And so this is a wonderful book if anybody has an opportunity to at least go on a Google search and just get Joel's quotes. It's wonderful. So did you ever have a book and open it up to the right and perfect page, right? Everybody did that. So, well, I did that, and I was drawn to this. God alone is power, God is one power, one life, one love, one spirit, one cause, one being, one source. Nothing comes into our existence unless it comes from God. All right? So it doesn't get much better than this. Thank you, Joel. All right. And so please join me as I move into our services. Opening spiritual mind treatment, which is our affirmative prayer. Knowing, as Ray did sing, God is all there is God. And right where I am, God is. And where God is at every part of my entire being, body, mind, and spirit. And it's the visible and invisible that shows up through and by means of me as I state this treatment today in the first person. Please join me as you choose, because I am doing this connected into the knowing that the oneness is everywhere present, and I unify in it in the peace and the joy and the harmony and the wisdom and the beauty and the truth and so much more, the freedom, and then the absolute essence of the one life. And in all of this, I have to, and I'm just moved into realizing that God is my life. My life is God. And the presence of God is right where I am, and it's right where today's service is. In the music, in the talk, in the people seen and unseen, in all the activities that went on before and where we are now and what will be going on after. Because God is everywhere present. And so I'm grateful for this, and I'm grateful how God is showing up through and by means of me and this service today. So we can sit back, relax, and enjoy the God show as I release this into the law, knowing it is received, acted upon, and done. And together we say, and so it is. I'm going to have to treat that one day I am going to remember the affirmation. Yeah, and it's a beautiful one. It's be still and know that I am God. And the I am is in caps.
This song came from a series of dreams throughout my life. I finally okay, after so many times of having a dream like this, I'm gonna have to write a song out of it. It was more than just a dream in this beloved scene, starring you and me on the sea of love. In my sleep I'm taken where love would find me in pursuit again, to be renewed again by the healing power love would bring, lifting us higher and higher. A message in a bottle, floating on the water from a distant shore. From you to me, it's all a mystery, how easily part in all injuries become faded memories by the healing power love would bring, lifting us higher and higher. All it takes is another night to lift us up in this love and light, just to see us through another day, till the next time I'm with you. It was more than just a dream. I found awakening in my heart and soul, taking all control by the healing power love would bring, lifting us higher, higher and higher, higher and higher this day. Sometimes it happens this way.
All of it.
We got quite a musician in Red, don't we? And I would like to thank Captain Monet Farrington for the wonderful job. All by herself to join the audio and visual today. That's quite a job. We were talking about forever love. But one of the things that I recognized was that, hey gang, we've been going through Black History Month. And yesterday, at my science and my book study class, for those of you who were there, you know, we talked about who was a person of history that is of color, who was black, that you admire. There are all kinds of names that came up. You know, and I think it's really, see, when I was raised, we didn't know anybody but white people. We didn't know anybody about white history. And it's so enriching to find out the great things that people have brought to us. I did know Jimi Hendrix, though. But one thing I'm suggesting is the great glorious world out there. And if we're supposed to love God with all our heart, with all our might, with all our oath, and to love our neighbor as ourselves, we have to recognize people of all colors are our neighbors, you know. It's said that love is God and God is love. But I got a thought. Do you know what God is? I mean, really, do you know what God is besides a concept? Do you have you can go by a definition? Most of us go by a definition. Most of humanity goes by a definition or a concept of God. Do you know what love is? I know, the gal you could take out. No, the gal, do you know what love is? Besides a dictionary idea of it, or a concept of it. The point that I'm making is we can't know what love is, we can't know God is without the experience of that. To know God is to experience God, not just to have an intellectual idea of it. In fact, the best for me, and for people I know, the best experience of God is when I so immerse myself in spirit that I disappear. I don't think about myself at all. There was a puzzling part of the prayer of St. Francis of Assisi that was puzzling to me at first, towards the end where it says, "For it is in giving we receive, in pardoning we are pardoned, and dying to self we are born to eternal life." And I thought, what's this dying to self? Well, dying to our egos, our little egos, our separate self, our ta-da self, right? And that's hard to do. Ray and I were joking earlier. He says, yeah, I'm one of the most humble men he knows. Referring to himself. Take a look at the people you've loved in your life and what have you recognized as similarity? Probably that similarity is oneness, mutual respect, caring for one another. That was the love. Whether it was physical stuff involved or not, that was the love. That oneness goes beyond any concept. That goes into a real feeling, a real intuition. If you're one with somebody, you know what they're going to say before they say it oftentimes. And if you've been with somebody for very long, yeah, you're pointing to them. You know, yeah. It's true. You understand where somebody's coming from, what somebody's thinking before they say it. Which is why I need to be mindful, because I got to watch what I say. Which means I have to watch what my thoughts are before I say it. We got a very sensitive receptionist in my household. Oneness is the goal. Oneness is the goal. All else is illusion. All else is illusion. If we could connect with Spirit, join at one with Spirit, there's nothing to pray about. I'm serious. Other than gratitude for the grace of God showing up in your life as all the blessings that we receive in life. Think about it. If I want to get technical about it, in religious science we teach 5 and 7, the 3 steps of treatment, which is great. It helps us get started in it. But unless I spend real time with the first 2 steps of treatment, recognition and unification, I'm just dealing in mind science. No offense to people that are in mind science, but we go beyond that. We go beyond positive thinking. We're into spiritual exploration, spiritual expression. Because we are not using God, we are emanations of God. Emanations of God mind. So when we connect and know that God is right where I am, is the I am that I am, then when I give a thought or gratitude for something that I am expressing in my life, or I know that I'm about to experience in my life, it's deep act of gratitude. And I'm speaking from the standpoint of God mind, speaking it into creation. If that sounds too heady, I'm sorry, but it's the way it works. You see, on one hand, I could say, don't think you're so tough. Don't think you're all that, okay? But, push this thought down and the music goes round and round and comes out here. It's not that. There's a power in the universe, as Dr. Maxine says, that we can use, and a power that can use us. And we can use that power to the degree that we allow it to use us. We're an emanation, a vehicle, a means by which spirit can express itself. I like the old phrase I learned years ago, we're the means by which God has a good time. So if you're not having a good time, you're doing it wrong. It's all given to us to enjoy, all given to us to experience. Yeah. So, how come sometimes we don't experience that? Or how come sometimes we may be saying that for a while and then we come up with all the yeah buts? Anybody get up in the mirror in the morning and beat up on yourself? I'm the only one, I know. I'm rough on myself at times. Maybe you're rough on yourself at times. The woulda, coulda, shouldas, you may be familiar with some of those. And some of them go back to long, 40, 50 years ago. It's hard that I look 39 today, but they go back a long time. And why do they keep coming up? Well, I think what it is a couple of reasons. One, because I've gone through so much stuff in my life, I must have lived multiple lifetimes. But I think there are things for us to resolve, but among those things to resolve are learning to forgive ourselves. That's probably one of the hardest lessons of all, is to learn to forgive ourselves. Because get this, I can't love myself without accepting myself just the way I am. Just the way I am. And have I made mistakes? Lessons, maybe. But I think one of the biggest mistakes we make is being afraid to make mistakes. In fact, that's probably one of the biggest things I beat myself up for, was not doing the things that I could have done because I was at risk of failing. How many opportunities have I given up because I was afraid of failure? Now that's a shame. That's a sin. There is no sin except when I lose my connection with spirit. That's the only sin there is. But there's lessons that we learn in life, and some lessons are harder than others. And what I've been learning is, don't miss an opportunity. When Spirit says, when I'm connected with Spirit, and Spirit presents an opportunity for me, and it expresses a greater idea of life and harms no one, life's telling me, go for it. So long as it's okay with Dr. Maxine. Well, there are boundaries, But where in your life are you holding back? That's one thing that's kind of hard to forgive ourselves for. That's kind of hard. Those regrets are tough. But we recognize we're always where we're at just because that's where we need to be, given the knowledge that we have at the time, and it's part of the lesson we're going through, and all of that. And so we can feel good about it, feel less bad about it. But I think it still comes back to, we need to meditate. And for those of you who don't meditate, we got some work to do. Because that's a way that we can control our thoughts and we can allow Spirit to come forth within ourselves and really connect with the presence of Spirit is through meditation. And there's multiple methods of meditation. If you don't know how to meditate, grab a practitioner, grab a minister, look online. There's many ways to learn. And the way you find will be the perfect way. Right where we are, that presence is expressing through us, as us, right now. Right where we are, that presence is saying to ourselves, Michael, it's okay. Now, some people have a tradition where they put somebody up on a cross to die for our sins. We don't do that. We make our own crosses. And too many times we've crucified ourselves for mistakes we've made. Don't need to do that. But one thing I would suggest that works for me, and you may try it or not, because I'm real good at intellectual rationalization as to why I am the way I am, is just to say, I forgive thee. Michael, I forgive thee. Or I forgive myself, depending on how you want to put it. Freely and completely. From this moment on, I love myself. Michael, I forgive myself. I forgive you freely and completely. From this moment on, I forgive myself. Now that's a mantra you can hold on to for a while, see where it takes you. Because you might find that all these things that you've been looking to express and experience and express to and move into a new concept of being have been held up because there's something within you that says, you don't deserve it. Or you're going to screw up just like you did the last one. Nay, go for it. Go for it, because all your mistakes were blessings to you. Really, every mistake you made. If Ray hadn't screwed up with his back so much, we wouldn't have had these great songs today. Sorry you had to go through what you went through, but it's true. Everything happens, and there's some good in it if you look for it. And we're blessed with Ray that looks for the good and produces it. In each of our lives, there's good in our lives. Now, if you want somebody to say, you're forgiven, turn to the person next to you and say, you're forgiven. I know, Jerry, you've been waiting for this. You're forgiven. Okay, now you see, it's all taken care of, and it's happened in a sanctuary, so it's got to be official. I want to thank you so much for being part of the eternal life of God, expressing here and now, and for all that you do for Greater Philadelphia Centers for Spiritual Living and supporting Dr. Maxine. Because, you know, you're here on a mission from God to express that greater idea of life, and you're doing it. You're doing it by showing up. You're doing it by showing up in person, online, in the pocketbook, and in your prayers and thoughts, your affirmations, your treatment works. Thank you. If nobody else told you thank you today, thank you! And with that, I've got to remind you of one other thing, too. Wherever you go, love is there. Wherever you go, God is there. Because all there is God. All there is love. And so it is.
Good job, babe. Reverend Babe. Thank you so much, Reverend Mike. Now is the time that we get to share our abundance with this beloved center, which is always a beautiful way to express our faith and to support our beloved center and to watch our own prosperity grow. So however you may give, and there are so many ways these days. If you do give online or with your phone or another way, when the plate comes around by our beloved Diane, just put your hand over it and bless it and give thanks for its multiplication. And those who want to give this way, by all means. And there is our prosperity celebration, or you can read it here with me if you'd like, unless you've memorized it, have you?
Almost.
All right, will you repeat with me our prosperity affirmation? I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is. Thank you.
Be still and know I am God. Be still and know I am God. A greatest stillness steals over me. I am quiet and peaceful, alone with thee. Be still and know I am God. Be still and know I am God. I put all my trust and confidence alone in the stillness of thy presence. Be still and know I am God. Be still and know I am God.
Did you just write that?
A couple of months ago.
Oh, thank you. Oh. What is coming to say? Reverend Mike is going to share with us some inspirational closing words. I'm ready.
We're all blessed because we're all one with the one. We're all one with the love that is. We are that love that is. And so it is.
And so it is.
Forever.
To knock over the things and then. That's a relationship. One knocks over the dishes.
I do the dishes.
Why don't we all just go here and stand up, and we're going to sing "Love Is My Decision." You can just hold hands across the bridge if you'd like. Okay. You can go over there.
My decision, it's up to me to give up my heart. Love is my decision, no one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision, it's up to me to learn how to live. Love is my decision, no one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now.
Yay!